welcome back to DeForest Hobbies. Today we're going to be working on volume 21 of the Space Battleship Yamato. And here's the magazine. This comes from Hachette Japan that I sourced. It's a 1/350th scale of the comic book, or I should say the animated series in that. So let's see what we got in here. Looks like we got a motor and the gear, some screws. We're going to be probably putting it on the main turret gun here. Probably be working on that a little bit. Let's see what the instructions are here that they have. Yes, looks like we're going to be putting in that, and we're going to be putting in some of the anchor chain things, and adding on some other things, getting it a little bit more detailed up here. This is a couple of the non-combative ships. I think this is a boat. They call it a boat, a floating boat. And then this is just a shuttlecraft that they have that they fly around in for the most part. This is talking about the specs of the ship. These are a couple of the crew members in that. Not sure exactly what this one's name is here, and then on that, some of the characters and that, their personalities and stuff. And this talks about episode 5, where the Yamato meets the Andromeda class ship right there. I'll zoom in just a little bit on this so you can see that ship right there, which is probably going to be the next one built after this one, because I did buy the extended section of this build. So we'll get to that eventually. So, let's get the rest of this looked at here. Back this back out again, and looks to be like we're going to be doing some more work on the front hull piece. But let's get to building. Okay, here are the parts for volume 21. Let's get them out of the package and see what we got. Okay, so we've got the motor and these here. That's what we got. We brought back this piece here, and we have brought back this piece here, because we're going to need it. And what we're going to need this other piece that we've been working on. This part here, but more specifically, we're going to be putting this in here to take and do this. So what we're going to do is set this down very carefully here at the moment. There. I'm going to do this here. Back this up just a hair in that. So this has got a tab on it here, and we're not screwing anything together, but we're going to, looks like, doesn't matter which direction we put this in, it goes on there. But it's going to slot down into this little hole right there. I'm going to leave the thing alone. We got to move this out of the way here. So we're going to just set that down in. We want to make sure that this gun turret is squared up with that there. I am assuming that we are going to have some kind of a limiter switch, maybe, involved in this. Some point. We don't want to damage this here because we've got those little antennas on there. And so we're going to grab our screwdriver here, and we are going to get our larger flanged screws here that we've got. That one there. And we are going to place that. We're going to bring this over here. And again, making sure that this is lined up straight. We're going to bring this in right here. And we're going to put these screws, and since we're going into plastic, we won't need oil at this moment. Here, we're going to screw these down in here. Trying to hold the sides of this while we're screwing that down in, because we don't want to break the radar dishes or anything off on the other side of this here. Being very conscientious of that. We're going to put the other part in here on this side here. Screwing that down. We don't want to over tighten this because we can strip the plastic out very easily, but we do want to get it down so it's pretty much hand tight, like that. And then our next thing is to do is we want to bring, it looks like, we want to take this piece here, this one here that's coming from back here, and they want us to slip this down in under this motor gearing, kind of help lock it down, bringing it towards the front of the this here. So we just get it around here like that. We want that to come in kind of like that. So that's what we're going to do with that. And then what we're going to do next is we're going to bring this here. We got to make sure that these chains here are loose, and we are going to place it with the engine facing forward. But what we're going to do is we're going to mount it on these 4 posts right here, here, and there, with the chains down like so. We're going to want to move, well, let's see here. I hope we get the chains on. Wow. She got wrapped up there, sir. We want to put this down in here with our chains facing forward, like so. And what we're going to do, and it seems like that is loose. Why is that one loose? Just kind of feels like that was loose, but I guess that's the way it is. We're going to put 4 screws into this here. Put one in here, like so. Do one opposite right now. Being ginger to hold that up, like with my fingers right here, pull that up off the ground. Even if you had a pad underneath that, like some people do, you're still liable to take and bend them or break them, and especially with them having lights in there, we don't want to do that. You'll have a bad time. So we got that. And, oh, here it is. I figured out where I was going there for a second. I got slightly lost there, sir. Alright. Just make sure that this one's tight. That one's tight. Okay. Alright, now we got that done. What we're planning on doing is they want us to take this. Let me look at this real quick here. They want us to mount that through there. Okay. Okay. All right. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to bring this piece back, and they've got these 3 spots here, here, and here along this. And what we're going to do is I'm going to move this up out of the way here. We got to figure out which side is which here. Move that out of the way. Here's one of these. And this is gonna do is we're gonna sneak these chains through this part here on both sides. If I can get a hold of one of these chains. That one goes on that side. So we're gonna put this. It's gonna end up this way, like this, laying on here. So this one was going to go on this side here. So what we're going to do is we're going to drop this chain down through this channel here. Oops, not like that. I'm going to drop this chain down through this channel, through these channels, and they're going to be behind these 3 little pieces that are sticking out to hold it up. So we'll get it fed down through here. This is going to be very fiddly, I think. But if you get it just right, like that, she'll go right through there. And you want to make sure that you're getting the right side to the other sides when you do it. If you happen to do this model, or you want to do this model, if it ever comes to the United States, or if you ever get your hands on one. There we go. We got the other one down through there. Like so. So now what we want to do is we want to pull this one back. So this is going back towards that way. It's coming down here. Because where this is going to sit is it's going to sit on this one here and this one right here on there. Just like this, and I'm looking here as to this here. This has got to go through between these 2 chains. And make sure that that's, nope, it's not on the right side. Goes on that side there. Pull this one back through. This is going to take a little bit of tempting fate here to try to get this so everything is locked in the right spot. Take your time, and then this one here, okay, this one here, make sure is on the inside of that. And did I just wrap it around there? I think I just wrapped it around there. Nope. There we go. Okay. Yeah, and of course, we probably have to thread that through again. Yep. Not too bad. Okay. There we go. There we go. Got that one there, got that one there, and we pull this one back through here again. Make sure this is up out of the way here. I'll pull these chains through a little bit more as we're bringing this down to where it's supposed to be. This here should fit. There we go. That one should fit tight to that, and we want to take and use a screw. These smaller flange screws. Bring this down just a little bit for you here. Move this back just a little bit right there. So again, we're going to put one screw here and one right there. So we're going to do this one up in the front because she's sitting on the post right now, at least. Kind of tighten down there. Make sure that this is forward. We also want to make sure that that's still kind of in the middle here. And we'll probably get them. Will be the next thing. So we're gonna lock this one into place here, right there. Lock that into place, right there. We're gonna pull these chains through and make sure that this one is on this side. We may have to work around that. Right there. And we're going to make sure this one here is around that side. Like that. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take these two pieces here, and what they want us to do is they want us to feed these down through this spot right here on each side of this there, and per usual, I'm trying to find my tweezers. Guide that up out of there like that. And this one in on this side right here, as we can. There we go. Let me pull that through there, just like that there. Let's see. And that should be the end of that stage right there. So back this up just a little bit here so you can see this. So we added in the motor back here that makes the turret turn. We added in the anchor rocket chains, and we tightened them down through this here, and then we pulled these lights back through, and everything looks like it's in good shape as far as this, and nothing got broke on the top here. These little things here, so we're worried about. But that's all there is to do in volume 21. We'll see you in the next part. Well, if you made it to the end of this video, thanks for watching. And remember, mental note, like and subscribe to be updated to all my content. And thanks for watching. Bye for now. See you later.